What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk, about to give you another episode. Episode 93 of the 2 Cent Deposit on Sports, the place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking the time to watch the show. While you're here, go ahead and click the subscribe button to the channel so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here at the Get With It Sports 2 YouTube channel. Everything good, bruh?
Oh, we good over here.
All right, cool. Nice little time. We just got through with the NBA draft. We're still going through the NBA playoffs. We're down to 3 teams now instead of 4. NFL looks like it's getting a little exciting now. Stuff jumping up, good and bad. Right. And let's go ahead and get cracking.
All right.
First off, we're going to jump onto our news tape. A Los Angeles boxer is suing Jay-Z and Roc Nation Sports, claiming the music mogul and his company negligently scheduled him for a trio of fights that led to a traumatic brain injury. Plaintiff Daniel Franco says he was a promising young boxer with a record of 7 knockouts when he entered a 4-year contract with Roc Nation in 2015. He claims he won his first 5 fights after signing a deal, but suffered from the flu before a fight with boxer Christopher Martin that was scheduled for March 23rd, 2017. Key dates we're about to say right now. Franco says he tried to get out of the match because his illness meant he wasn't able to properly train and prepare, but he claims Roc Nation told him he had to proceed or face difficulty securing future fights. Martin won by a technical knockout, and Roc Nation later scheduled Franco for a second fight on May 12, 2017, and a third fight against Jose Haro on June 10th, 2017, according to the complaint. Franco says Roc Nation didn't pursue appropriate medical clearance before scheduling the Haro fight, and an extreme departure from industry practice. Franco claims he suffered 2 skull fractures and a separate brain bleed that likely occurred in the 2 fights before the Haro match. And then Haro knocked him out in the 8th round of their match. As a result of traumatic injury, Franco still suffers from devastating neurological and cognitive deficits, including difficulty with speech, motor function, abulation, and balance problems, the paperwork alleges. I'm also going to quote, that's not in the notes, that his brain swelled up where they had to take a piece of his skull to relieve the pressure on his brain. So he has a hole in his head too. Franco now takes medication for seizures and must wear a helmet at all times because he's still missing a piece of his skull, lawsuit claims. Bruh, this not even hard. First off, Daniel Franco, you know what? I'm not even gonna put on him that much. You know what he was pressured. I got that. But you got to take it you have to understand that you have some rights too. I know you was pressured. You know, you signed with the 4-year deal with Roc Nation. But if they ain't following guidelines, man, you feel a certain type of way. That's the reason why you got to. I don't want you to file a lawsuit after you get injured. I want you to file a lawsuit during, because you have 4 fights: March 23rd, May 12th, and June 10th. That's damn near every month for a 3-month stretch. And I love boxing. Okay, I love boxing. I don't like what boxing's doing now, because now you got to wait damn near 3 to 4 years to see your favorite match. But man, 3 fights in 3 months? No, that ain't right, bro. That is not right. So I'm not gonna blame him that much. You gotta use your common sense. I always be, my motto of common sense is the one and the only things that's free and priceless at the same time It's easy to use, but people usually don't value or use it. That's and common sense need to come up here. Somebody in your family, somebody in your crew had to tell you, dude, that's too many fights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know how much he was getting paid for each fight, but my thing is, I do remember Daniel Franco, but he's not like one of the headliners. Basically, what I'm saying. So he's due this money. I can't see Rock Nation them even going up against this. I can't believe Rock Nation didn't think someone's going to jump off of this. You have one fighter fighting 3 fights in 3 months. But, hope he get enough money to take care of himself. I hope he gets, I pray that his health gets better. But this is crazy right here, man. Give me your 2 cents, bro.
That's it. That's, oh, my God. 3 fights in 3 months, 3.5 months. I can't believe, like you said, that nobody in his camp was like, hey, this ain't right. Or, I mean, if they pressured him to do it, they must have, no contracts been signed or what? Well, what made him sign?
Well, no, he signed a 4-year contract with Rock Nation. So I guess he thought he was obliged to do whatever they told him to do. But I got something in my head right now. Finish what you're doing. Go finish what you're saying.
That's got to be in the paperwork too, though. A fight every 8 months
exactly
or something,
and I got a problem with the boxing commission.
Right.
Dude, you seen this man pop up 3 times in 3 months, and nobody from the commission,
right,
say something.
So I hope he got a good lawyer.
I do too.
Yeah, this crazy. This is man.
That's crazy. So, like I said, hopefully get enough money. I ain't say get his money, get enough money, take care of himself for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? And have them pay for the medical. Now I don't want to take a piece of my award and pay for my health care. I want Rock Nation to pay for my health care outside of what you owe me,
right?
With the lawsuit, man.
Right.
So, all right, man. We're gonna move on to the college basketball. Michigan is turning to a familiar face to succeed former head coach John Beilein. The Wolverines hired Juwan Howard on Wednesday to a 5-year contract worth $2 million annually, the school announced. They said, we have found someone with high integrity, great character, and a coach who has unbelievable knowledge of the game of basketball, the Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel said in a statement. Juwan has proven himself to be a tremendous leader, a wonderful communicator, and a developer of talent. We couldn't have asked for a better role model for the young men in our program. We are excited to welcome back a member of the family to Ann Arbor. The 46-year-old has spent the last 6 years as an assistant on Eric Spoelstra's staff with the Miami Heat and received interest from multiple NBA clubs for their head coaching vacancy. He played 19 seasons in the NBA. Howard starred with Michigan's Fab Five squad and helped lead the school to a pair of national championship appearances. In the 1993-94 collegiate campaign, he was named an Associate Press third-team All-American after averaging 20.8 points, 8.9 boards, and 1.5 steals per contest. Providence head coach Ed Cooley was reportedly in the mix for the Michigan head coaching position before he agreed to a multi-year extension with the Friars. Beilein left the Wolverines last week to become the head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Michigan finished 30-7 this past season and fell to Texas Tech in the Sweet 16. The school made a pair of national championship appearances during Beilein's 12-year run. So congratulations to Juwan Howard. He did it the right way. He spent 6 years as assistant coach. Some people jump out of the NBA and get a coaching job ASAP. I don't understand that. You got to sharpen your teeth, to do a head coaching job. I understand. Now, this is my thing. I understand he was up for NBA jobs. And I'm not saying he wasn't going to do a good job, but since he's been on the bench for 6 years, him going back to his alma mater, I think it's a good look. My only problem is, if I have a problem, is I hope he has good recruiting skills, because that's half the problem. Half the worry right there is,
Right.
can you recruit? Can you get the guys you from Chicago? Can you get the guys from Chicago to do some things? Now, I could compare this to what's happened in the last couple of years with Penny Hardaway with Memphis. He's starting to get it. I think, if I'm mistaken, I believe this year he's number one in recruiting in college basketball. So that's a good look. So you got a good predecessor that started before you. So I expect the same thing from Juwan Howard. I think he got a good coaching mind. He knows he got the high IQ of coaching. If he could recruit, I think he'll end up being a successful head coach in the college ranks. I'd rather him start in the college ranks than the NBA, me personally.
Okay.
So that's what's your 2 cents, bro?
Well, yeah, he got the college career, the national championships, 19 NBA seasons, and 6 years as an assistant coach. So he got more than got the experience.
Right.
So like you said, he got to go out there. The recruiting part, that's what's gonna make him break him. So I'm happy for him. I thought he would get one of the NBA jobs, but this might be even better.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally agree. I think he got the backing of. I think Michigan has Nike, so you ain't got to worry about working hard. Showing recruits. This is what we're gonna be about in the future. And I have to admit, John Beilein left a good.
Left the team in shape.
Exactly. They was in the Final Four a couple of times. I think, like I said, they've been in the championship twice. They couldn't get over the hump, but still, the fact that you made it to the Final Four is impressive. The record that they have was impressive. I hear they saying, what was the statement that they said that we couldn't ask for a better role model for our young men on our program. Let's not forget, you wasn't the first choice. They had to do from Providence up to Cooley. But here, don't sugarcoat me, man. Don't blow air up my butt. You know what I'm saying? Just congratulate. Thank you for giving me the job. Let's move on. Now, I was suspect with Beilein going to the NBA. You had it so comfortable. I guess if you have it so comfortable in the college ranks, you want to move up to the NBA, see what you could do. Yeah. I think Beilein, he about 60-some years old. I want to say 69. No, 66. I think it's 66. Kind of old for me. But then again, we're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers. And if they was rock bottom. No, maybe not rock bottom. Let me take that back. They was on the bottom of the league, so they don't have nowhere to go but up in this situation. I can tell you right now, they was 19 and 63, and they were New York Knicks was rock bottom. They was tied with Phoenix, second spot from the bottom. But yeah, I guess ain't no love lost on that situation. 5-year, $2 million. 2 year. Let me make this right. 5 years with $2 million annual. That ain't bad. And I'm sure Juwan made a lot of money during his playing days. I'm sure he's over $200 million and saved up. Before we move on, it's a good look for Michigan University because they've been straight blackballing the Fab Five for all these years, took the banners down and all that stuff. And I do understand with the money situation, the scam and everything, but that's long gone. They need to bring them back, put the banners up, do what you got to do, and bring everybody back in. Now, the past couple of years, they did, have them show up to games and everything. I think anything with Jalen Rose and Chris Webber need to get together and squash whatever beef they got between each other. I know Jalen Field, Chris Webber did. I can't remember the guy's name. The booster wrong. Chris Webber said he never received money, but there's proof that he received money from this one booster. Like I said, I can't remember his name. So they need to squash that, get it together, and proceed because Fab Five was that team. I put them up there with UNLV and Brandon. Don't come up with that that BS. UNLV Run Rebels, Phi Slamma Jamma with Houston University. I had another team in my head, but yeah, they up there in the hierarchy in college basketball history. So they need to bring them back together and give them their just due. So, anything else, bro, before we move on?
No.
All right. See, I'm trying to figure. There was another team. Phi Slamma Jamma, UNLV Runner Rebels. That's another team in my head. But they up there. They up there with them. To me, on the Mount Rushmore. So, jumping to the NBA since we on that, since we still got the playoffs going. The Portland Trailblazers got swept a couple of days ago by the Golden State Warriors. I think both me and you gave them a gentleman's sweep 5-1 to the Warriors, but it didn't happen. They got swept, literally, 4-0. But now Damian Lillard will become eligible for a Supermax contract extension this summer if he's named to one of the All-NBA teams, and the Portland Trailblazers are anticipating to oblige him. The two sides are expected to come to terms over the summer on a 4-year, $191 million Supermax contract extension. Damn. The point guard is likely a lock for an All-NBA nod after averaging 25.8 points and 6.9 assists in the regular season. Lillard, who turns 29 this summer, has 2 years and about $62 million remaining on his existing contract. So he can move up to over $250 million. I have no problem with this, but let me tell you what I heard yesterday. I think it's the show on ESPN called The Jump. Scottie Pippen always bring the hot takes, man. Between him and what's my man on Paul Pierce. I'd be like side-eye, like, what? Anyway, with that being said, he says he don't think the Trailblazers should give him the Supermax. He didn't do anything to deserve the Supermax. He hasn't made the all. He didn't make the All-Star team last year. This year, coming up, that's just passed. But he hasn't won any championships. And he's saying that if you give this man a Supermax, you can't add. Just like any team, NFL, NBA, if you give a player a Supermax or give him max money, you can't do nothing else with the other players that you have on the team. Or you can't get free agents or people that's due for they're getting off their rookie contracts. I get that. I get that to a point. But Dame Lillard is loyal. He could have been left Portland, but he stayed there. He's been balling if nobody else been balling on that team. You know me. I don't think anybody worth over $100 million. But if you got it out there and you try to, we know why the Supermax was brought about. So the team that drafted you have a chance or have the purse, I guess you could say, to try to bribe you and stay on that team. I get it. That was brought up a couple of years ago. I get it. And to me, you ain't got to give. Lil ain't gonna be crying if you give him $120 million. Is he gonna cry? Now I don't think Lil is that dude that be like. I don't even really think he care about the money. His family is secure. For generations. I'm kind of siding with Pippen.
Oh, I am.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let you cook. Give me your 2 cents, bro.
Yeah, I don't. Hell no, he ain't did nothing for no $191 million. You know, he barely been able to play in the playoffs up until the season to even be considered for a max deal, let alone a super max deal or whatever. So no, I don't. Hell no, not no $191 million.
Wow.
Like I said, I mean, he's a good player. I think he he's better than average.
Okay.
$91 million.
Star? You consider him a star?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. But
agree.
you got to look at it. He got 2 years left on this deal. They talking about 4-year extension to be 35 years old by the time this one is done. That's averaging what? 6 times for the what's that? 40 million, 45 million a year?
Yeah.
No.
Oh shoot! Now that you said that, let me check that out. Good point. Yeah, man. I like me some Dame Lillard.
Good player. I'm glad to see he made it through the playoffs because that's been Portland's sticking point the last few years. He will never be there. So they will be one and done. But nah, he got to show me something else.
$42.1 million a year.
Yeah, see.
Nope. Nah. Love you, Dame, but woo! Like you said, you got swept
twice. You got swept.
Swept last year by the Pelicans in the first round. You got swept by the Warriors
and granted, it was Golden State, but they knew how to put the clamps on you when they needed to do it. You couldn't get out of it. You couldn't figure it out. You or the coach or whoever. You couldn't figure it out. You know, and that's how y'all lost. That's how y'all got swept, let alone lost.
Yeah. Now, if I don't know what Portland gonna do, but now that we just got through talking, once again, if I give you all this money, I can't give you any help. You know what I'm saying? The help that you need. Damian is a solid player. He just didn't have the help that he needed. Him, CJ McCollum, and Nurkic. But outside of that, there's no help or all-star help that you have on that team. I was Portland. I give him, like I said, I give him 120 in the extension. And if you don't sign it, I'm going to have to trade you. Don't get me wrong. He's a good player.
Right.
But you can't handcuff my team financially by me giving you all this money. Because CJ McCollum coming up soon, if I ain't mistaken, in another year. So what we going to do with him? I think it's a good tandem. Even though year before last, people say you need to break it up because they're not getting past the first round. Well, this year they got past the first round against
they got to the finals.
Right. They got through 2 rounds. Exactly. So that's a hard case I can hear from both sides, but I agree with you and I agree with Pippen. That's too much money to give to Dame Dollar. So, all right, man, moving on. The NBA television ratings dipping with NBA television ratings dipping this season, Commissioner Adam Silver says he's open to schedule changes, including moving up West Coast games from the typical 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, which is 10:30 p.m. Eastern time tip-offs. Quote, 50% of television households in this country are in the Eastern time zone. So if your West Coast game starts at 10:30 at night in the East, you're invariably going to lose a lot of viewers around 11:30. I mean, you can just chart it, close quote. Silver acknowledged that a change could inconvenience spectators and TV viewers in the Pacific time zone. However, he added that finding the right national balance is important. Silver also conceded that LeBron James' relocation from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Los Angeles Lakers and his subsequent absence from this spring's playoffs affected ratings, which were down across the NBA in the first round of the postseason. Face it, LeBron is one of the biggest stars in the world, and he also played in the East, Silver said. Not having LeBron in the playoffs, not having him in the East, it has clearly impacted ratings. Can I say this real quick, bro? I don't give a damn about LeBron being in the playoffs. Yeah, LeBron is one of the top players in the league. He's number 1, if not number 2. But this ain't the first time. This ain't going to be the last time that one of the top players will not be in the playoffs. Everybody got so accustomed to him being in the playoffs for the last 12 years, being in the finals the last 8 and 9. I get it. But I'm having fun watching these playoffs without LeBron being in them. I have first round, it was a couple of teams. Second, third rounds, I've been entertained. So to hell with what y'all saying about LeBron need to be in the playoffs. Man, miss me with all that.
I don't care about you being entertained. It's all about that. They lose a half their audience. You know, the first hour into the game, they don't. No, They got to make some changes. And they're going to find out a way to ship LeBron and KD or somebody back to the East. And they're going to change that West Coast start time to about 5:30.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah, they're going to change. But see, that's the whole thing. See, West Coast people, them games, they usually get to the games late anyway. So they start at 7:30 out there. If they move it up.
Just move it up 2 hours.
See, now you're moving it up into the rush hour out there.
I don't give a goddamn.
Because you're in the Midwest.
You just got through saying 50% of television households in the country are in the Eastern time zone.
Yeah, I get it. And wait.
Would
be ideal. Yeah, 2 hours would be ideal.
You will have traffic anyway all day in California.
But when the games start, they don't want to be filming no half empty stadium. That's
they'll get there eventually, man.
Yeah,
I got what you're saying. I guess since we are in the East, I'm happy with it. So instead of the game starting at, they usually start at not 10:30 around here. What time they usually start around? That's Eastern time. So we like Central Standard. We Central. So it starts around 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, move it up 2 hours, 6:30. I'm all good. Move it up 1 hour. I'm good with that.
I think they may push for 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I think 1 hour would be good. Yeah. So I agree with. You know what? That's what I like about Adam Silver. At least he gonna try new stuff, and I appreciate it with him. You look at the books, look at your numbers, and figure out, dial it up, dial it down, and figure out what makes it work for the NBA fans. And I appreciate it. I can't say that with the NFL and the MLB. They need to do some changes in their organizations, but I'm glad Adam Silver's trying to make moves. You know what I'm saying? We don't need LeBron. Let me just put it out there like that. I hear what you're saying. We don't need LeBron. All right, man. Let's jump to the NFL. This here, let me just go ahead and read the story. For the first time in more than 4 decades, the Buffalo Bills have issued O.J. Simpson's number 32 to another player. Running back Sonoris Perry, who joined the Bills in March after spending the last 2 seasons with the Miami Dolphins, has been wearing Simpson's old jersey number during Buffalo's offseason program. Quote, I thought it was retired, but then I was told it was available. Boom, I took it. Close quote. Simpson has no issue with the Bills giving out his number. Quote, whatever they do is fine with me, the Hall of Fame running back said. That's how I feel. When I played there, I tried to honor the team. Since I left, I always tried to honor the Bills, close quote. Simpson played for the Bills from 1969 to 1977, winning 4 rushing titles during that time. Okay, here go my 2 cents, bro. I know, number one, put it out there, OJ did it. But it's what he's done on the field and what he has not done off the field. Just like when we make Hall of Fame inductees, it should be what you did on the field, not what you did off the field. We go through that with T.O., Charles Haley, all that stuff. They had all these phenomenal numbers, but since the media and everything have problems with them, rubbing them the wrong way, it took them a long time to make it in the Hall of Fame. But I digress. We back to O.J. Simpson. We know all the stuff he did off the field, but he was a monster on the field, and that's what we should be going by. And with that being said, my second point, Sonoris Perry, I didn't know this brother was in the league. I don't know who this is, and that's my point. Dude, you couldn't find another number? You had to weigh 32. To me, that's sports blasphemous.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want the number.
Right. Exactly.
Buffalo, they bogus as hell. They should have
They just
retired that number.
Yeah.
They should have
Good
been
point.
retired.
That was my third point, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Like you said, we are right. What he did on the field is different than anything else that happened in his life or whatever. So according to what he did on the field, that jersey should have been retired. You know, it should be right up there with Kelly's. And
are they up there? That's my next question. Are you like Bruce? What's his name? Bruce
Smith.
Bruce Smith.
I hope so. I would like to think so. And if not, they bogus again because their jersey should have been up there.
Been up there. Exactly. Yeah.
So
I want to say they might. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that.
The last one they just retired. I think the last one they retired that I remember recently is Thurman Thomas.
Okay.
I think
so I see Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith. What's the wide receiver name? I have to look that up. There's a wide receiver on there. He just made a Hall of Fame a couple of years ago.
Don Beebe?
No, not Beebe. The brother. I'm gonna look it up in a minute.
I know who you're talking about. I see it.
But see, and this is the same thing. You can't. What's OJ gonna say? No, he shouldn't be wearing it. That's the same situation we had a couple of weeks ago with Dwayne Haskins, who just got drafted by Washington professional football team. He asked, I think he called Joe Theismann to ask to wear number 7. What's Joe Theismann gonna say? Nah. You know what I'm saying? You put him in the spot. You can't. To me, you go up in the league and make your own number. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah, that just happened a couple of weeks ago. I remember they had a big old thing, have a discussion about it. You know, I'm not knocking. Dwayne Haskins did the right thing by being respectful and asking. But then again, you put Joe Theismann in places where if he say no, he's gonna look like an ass.
Right. The ownership shouldn't even put him in situations.
Exactly. Should have told him no.
Don't even find another number.
Yep.
You know.
So yeah, that's crazy.
Number. They ain't got too many damn jerseys retired.
Thank you. Yeah, I never understood that, man. There's a lot of numbers. I understand you got a lot of people on the football team, but you shouldn't have that many numbers hanging up in your not rafters in the stadium. So, see you go. So yeah, to me, Sonoris Perry, who I don't even know, I didn't know you even played. You was on the team for 2 seasons.
Right.
You shouldn't get that number, man. You should know better.
Now I'm telling you this. You wear that jersey, and anything happened to him.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. Well, it ain't a bad look because you were right. They have 3 numbers retired: Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, and Bruce Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, like I was saying, if he decided to wear that jersey and something happened to him, OJ number 1 suspect.
I hear you. And the wide receiver I was thinking about was Andre Reed.
Yeah, Andre Reed.
But they only have 3 numbers up there, which is shocking. And OJ wasn't up there.
That's crazy.
I don't understand that. Now I'm about to check to see if Joe Theismann was up there somewhere.
That's crazy.
And
OJ number should have probably been up there before he killed Nicole.
Bruh, you ready for this?
Joe Theismann was not up there?
It's not up there. They only have 1 number up there retired. 33, which was Sammy Baugh. I don't know who Sammy Baugh is, man.
That's
crazy. Out of all the players that's in there, how many championships? Darryl Green should be up there.
He should be up there.
Let me look on this list. Joe Theismann should be up there. Joe Jacoby should be up there.
Oh, yeah.
Man, please. They crazy. Anyway.
Okay, now go to Chicago and see how many they got up there.
All right.
Oh, they had so many up there. They were talking about they might have to stop.
And bring some down. Put them in rotation.
All right.
All right, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got Bronco Nagursi, excuse me, George McAfee, George Hallis, Willie Gallimore, Walter Payton, Gail Sayers, Brian Piccolo, Sid Luckman, Dick Buckus, Bill Hewitt, Bill George, Bulldog Turner, Red Grange, Mike Dick. I have no problem with none of them.
See?
Yeah. And Washington only have one. That's the reason why they ain't itch now. They don't want to change the name. They don't respect the Hall of Fame players that they had run through there. I'm sorry, Washington. If y'all fans of the team, my condolences. All right, man, let's go ahead and move on. The Kansas City Chiefs' proposal for both players to get at least one offensive possession in overtime was rejected at Wednesday's owners' meeting in Key Biscayne. However, it may be revisited. The proposal was tabled at the league's spring meeting and failed to advance to a vote Wednesday due to the lack of support. Shock. NFL Competition Committee Chairman Rich McKay said that the Chiefs will resubmit the proposal for the 2020 season, and it could be adopted for the playoffs only. The proposal stems from the Chiefs' AFC Championship game loss to the New England Patriots in January. The Patriots won the game on a 13-play, 75-yard drive in overtime that took up to nearly 5 minutes and kept the Chiefs' offense from taking the field. I think we had this discussion after that game, and you was cool with the results. Yeah. I wasn't. I think both teams should be able to touch the ball in the overtime. Now, this is a situation I just told you about the commissioner or the committee. Try it out at least. You just got through saying in 2020 you might revisit it and might use it for the playoffs only. Why can't you do it this year? You just asked. All y'all shot it down because of lack of support. Now you're saying next year we might we might take a look at it and try it in the playoffs. So do it this year to see if it works, to see if it works for next year. This the asinine stuff that be tickling me with the MLB and NFL. So you know how I feel about it. I think it should be in there. I think both teams should be able to touch. This is a championship game. Why are we just going to give one of the offensive side do it? And go ahead and give me your soliloquy already. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
The defense have a chance to stop. You putting your defense out there against the offense. Okay, the offense got a chance to score and end the game. Okay, I'm putting my badass defense out there. Stop them. Take the ball from them. And the Chiefs, all this time, the rules been this way. All this time, the Chiefs ain't never filed no complaint about it beforehand. Now they got screwed. They feel they got screwed. Now, we're going to change the rules or whatever we need to change. They looked at them when they brought that proposal out there like they pushed that shit off the table. I know what they did at that meeting. Get the hell out of here.
Looked at them side eye like,
right, really?
Are we done or are we finished?
All right. Right, because y'all got screwed, y'all lost. Now you want to make some changes. No. The only real change the NFL made of recent that should have been changed was that pass interference.
And Tuck rule.
And the Tuck rule, right. And the Tuck.
Okay. It seems like the Tuck rule and this BS right here be helping your New England Patriots out, man.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Y'all look for everything against my Patriots.
Yes. I hate them bastards. All right, man. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger said Monday he generally feels bad about his broken relationship with Antonio Brown and the receiver's subsequent trade to the Oakland Raiders. In his first comments since Brown was shipped out of Pittsburgh, Roethlisberger expressed remorse for publicly calling out his former top target after the team's Week 12 loss to the Denver Broncos last year. Quote, I took some heat, and deservedly so, for some of the comments, and especially towards him, Roethlisberger told KDKA News. Quote, I genuinely feel bad about that, and I'm sorry. Did I go too far after the Denver game? Probably. Close quote. Following the Week 12 loss, Roethlisberger said on his own radio show that he wished he could have thrown to receiver Juju Smith-Schuster 4 times in the end zone. The QB ended up tossing a game-ending interception on a pass that was seemingly intended for Brown. Quote, that's the thing about media and social media. As soon as you say sorry, it goes so far, Roethlisberger said. Quote, you can't take it back, and I wish I could, because if that's what ruined our relationship, ruin our friendship and relationship, I'm truly, genuinely sorry about that, close quote. Brown, however, doesn't appear to be in a forgiving mood. Hours after Roethlisberger's comment was revealed, the receiver tweeted out what appeared to be a shot at his former quarterback. On Twitter, he says, two-faced. Last season, the fallout between the two players eventually contributed to Brown skipping team meetings before Pittsburgh Week 17 finale, which he didn't play in. Then in March, Brown said Roethlisberger has an owner mentality that sees him take shots at teammates. However, the Steelers defended their quarterback, with general manager Kevin Colbert saying two-time Super Bowl champion has earned the right to criticize fellow players. In late April, Pittsburgh inked Roethlisberger to a 2-year extension that will keep him under contract through 2021. Both of them bogus. Now, I'm not saying Roethlisberger was bogus during that time when he made that comment in after Week 12 game. He's bogus with his mentality. I'm not saying he got an ownership mentality. Everybody at fault. Pittsburgh Steelers organization, Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown. Pittsburgh Steelers at fault for letting this culture breed in the organization that Roethlisberger could talk about to criticize any player. Nah, man, you a player just like me. You make mistakes. And in that game 12 against Denver, I didn't know who that pass was going to. I know Antonio Brown was in the vicinity, but he threw it straight to the defensive player. It was a lineman, I think. Yeah. So where the hell was you throwing it to? So don't be sitting there trying to say I could have thrown it to Juju Schuster 4 times. Hell, all you need to do is throw it one time correctly to Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown is, but see, okay, I ain't gonna make no excuse for Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown's bogus here. We already know the situation. You ain't got to sit here and add it. Now, the man apologized. Just like I tell my family, my girls, my family, if I apologize to you and you don't accept it, that's on you. I apologize. I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people hold what's the word I'm looking for? Hold grudges. And that's what Antonio, dude, you already – see, Antonio Brown, I can't give him what's the word? I'm drawing blank. I can't give him that an excuse because he is butt sore. You got traded to the Raiders like you wanted. You got your money like you wanted, but you still throwing shots at Pittsburgh players, especially when he threw shots at Juju Schuster. What was it, last month on Twitter? Like, dude. How he get into your argument with somebody on Twitter? See, that's the message that gets with me with Antonio Brown. He is an exciting, entertaining wide receiver that don't know how to shut his mouth. And I know all wide receivers are divas. There's a long line of wide receivers that's divas. But sometimes you cross the line. This is where you cross the line here. He crossed the line with Juju Schuster. This man here, Ben Roethlisberger, is apologizing for how he acted, and you can't even take it. So Ben, like I said, I'm cool. I'm cool with Ben now. You apologize. Now, whether he be accepted or not, that's on him. But if the man was big enough to apologize to you, I'm cool. All right, bro. Give me your 2 cents.
Yeah, man, it's just words cannot even express it. You a grown ass man.
Mm-hmm.
You're a grown ass man.
We did everything you asked us to do, and you still
beat sore. But you know what? When I learned many years ago, it takes two to argue. You know, and you can tweet all by itself and make the comments all by itself or whatever. If Juju Smith Schuster don't reply, then he really looked like an ass.
Yeah.
You know, just keep doing what you're doing because the Raiders ain't gonna do nothing this year. You got paid, you ain't gonna do nothing.
You don't think so?
No.
I hope you're right. As a Denver Bronco fan, I would love to see him fall on his face. That's just me.
Yeah.
All right, man. Before we're gonna talk about the NBA playoffs in a minute, but let's go to the last part of this NFL fiasco. Zeke, Mr. Elliott, what the F are you doing, man? Dallas Cowboy running back Ezekiel Elliott was handcuffed by security at a Las Vegas Music Festival on Saturday after shoving a staffer to the ground. In a video the infamous TMZ Sports obtained, Elliott can be seen arguing with a woman identified as his girlfriend. While their altercation doesn't become physical, Elliott then gets into a security guard's face and uses his forearm to push him into a metal gate. Elliott was detained but not charged for the incident. Quote, security misconstrued and overreacted to the situation. That's okay. That was from Elliott's attorney, Frank Salzano.
Mm-hmm.
Misconstrued and overreacted to the situation. You threw a security staff member into a guardrail. That's overreacting. All right, let me move on. Quote, he was cuffed as a precautionary measure, Salzano said. He was released with no charges. He left Vegas that night and went to his youth football camp in Dallas on Sunday, close quote. Elliott was suspended for 6 games in 2017 after the NFL investigation into an incident with his ex-girlfriend. The Pro Bowler wasn't charged with any criminal offenses, but the league doesn't require any to enforce its own punishment. Cowboy Chief Operating Officer Stephen Jones said the team is gathering information about the incident. All right, bro. Ezekiel Elliott need to grow his ass up, number one. Number two, you should be able to learn how to control your alcohol content because he was clearly drunk. I don't think he purposely tried to throw a forearm into this. Did you see the video, number one, before I move on?
No.
Okay, check out the video when you get the chance. I don't think he purposely tried to forearm the security. I think he fell into him because he was on his feet all wobbly. I think he fell into him. And I think that's the reason why the guy didn't press charges. There's a lot of reasons why we know they didn't press charges because he's Ezekiel Elliott. He gets babied, and that's his problem. He's been babied ever since even before he got to Ohio State. He always got his way. That's the reason why he's a knucklehead now. I'm just going to put it out there. He should have learned off the situation with his ex-girlfriend where he got suspended for 6 games. Now you arguing with your recent girlfriend at a festival, getting drunk, and starting a commotion. It wasn't that big, and I think if it was big, he wouldn't be. He would have a stronger charge on him. But since it was minor, but my whole thing is this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let you say your 2 cents now before I go to the next step. Give me your 2 cents, bro.
Well, you're already in that spotlight. You're right. You're an NFL player. You've already been suspended for assault on a woman or whatever and different things like that. And now you got this incident here because you possibly, because had a little too much alcohol or whatever. And TMZ just happened to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, this don't look good. I see a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I see a pattern developing. So because you got players in the league that go years, and you don't hear nothing about them after football. After the season end, you'll hear their name mentioned until football start up again. He's not one of them. He's not going to be one of them.
Right.
I just hope he don't get that incident where it lands him in jail. But he don't seem like he's going to be that player that, goes into hiding or hibernation during the off season or whatever. He's always got something. Then after all this bullshit, he go to a damn youth camp. the next morning.
Right. That's the most condescending thing I think out of this whole situation.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna make myself look good by telling you I'm going to my youth football camp back in Dallas. Man, miss me with all that.
Right. So I don't know what to say. I think this is a to be continued.
Now, with that being said, let me make sure I got the right names on here. There it is. This is what I heard. Somebody said this. I think he's still on his rookie contract. If I was Jerry Jones or Steve Jones, I would franchise tag this fool. I don't care what kind of money he's looking for. I'm franchising him. They're giving him the money that he deserves. With the top three, the average of the top three running backs, I think it goes top three, top five. I give him the money. He get franchise tag because you telling me right now I can't trust you. You might, cause at any time you could be suspended and be worthless on my team. Right. So with that being said, I give Dak Prescott his money. I'll give Amari Cooper his money. I give DeMarcus Lawrence his money next year. Franchise tag Zeke. And I heard somebody say, well, Zeke, now we got the Le'Veon Bell rule. You know what? I'll play chicken with Zeke. I'll put you on this franchise tag, and I dare you to try to sit out a season. You might be squandering your money. You get drunk all the time, so you could be squandering your money. So I'm gonna make you blink. You ain't gonna hit. Ezekiel will not be sitting out a whole season like Le'Veon Bell. And when you do play, I hate to say this because I do cherish running backs. I know everybody say running backs are a dime a dozen, but I'm gonna do you like I did. What's his name? The other Cowboys running back, run you to the ground, give you the ball damn near 400 times next year. Oh. I can't remember what his name is, but yeah, that's just what I do with Ezekiel. I'll pay everybody but you, and I'll throw the tag on you, and dare you to act like you don't want to come play for the Cowboys.
Right.
So. All right, bro. Before we end the show, we still, like I said, we in the NBA playoffs. We already know who's coming out the West. The Golden State Warriors swept the Portland Trailblazers. They damn near gonna have a 9-day rest before they figure out who they're gonna play between the Bucks and the Raptors. Can I say it right now? Just go ahead and give the Warriors the trophy. You give it. All right, let me ask you this. Since we're talking about the Golden State Warriors, everybody say that KD's in trouble if they win a championship without him. Man, miss me with that stuff, man. Without KD, they're beasts. With KD, they're a juggernaut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
KD was a luxury. They won it without him. They won it without him. They won it with him. He was a luxury.
Yes.
So it was always when he went to the team, that's where everybody was screaming at first. They don't need him. They don't need him. Whatever. No, they didn't need him. Mm-hmm. It was good to have him. Mm-hmm. It's nice to I only need one car, but if I got two, it's even better.
That's right.
So
icing on cake. Hey.
Icing on the cake, right. So no, he ain't in trouble. I mean, if he gonna leave, he gonna leave. If he gonna stay, they're not gonna say, they're not gonna push him out the door. Mm-hmm. So I don't believe that. No.
I know.
No.
Exactly. Now we got tied up. Bucks Raptors 2-2. They play in Milwaukee tonight. I'm gonna say this is gonna go. Well, it's going to have to go 6. I can see it going 7. My thought is it's going to go 6. Bucks are going to win tonight, and they're going to have to be on the A game when they go back to Toronto for Game 6 and knock it out there. I'm still going to go with the Bucks. I think I said Bucks and 7. I think you might have said Bucks and 6 if I ain't mistaken. I'm going to go with Bucks and 6. They don't have to end it. Even though they got home court advantage, I understand that Game 7.
Right.
But you don't want to take that chance. Snuff him out in game 6 so you get some kind of rest. Because to me, they running Kawhi Leonard to the ground. He played 52 minutes in that double overtime game. He played damn near all the minutes this last game. He got an injury in his leg. I don't know what it is, knee, ankle. I think it's knee. You run this man to the ground. I'm just gonna tell you, and we all know Kawhi not gonna be there next year. He's gonna go somewhere where he has some help. They just showed him we jumping on your shoulders. Kawhi ain't for that. he want to spread the weight around. I can see him going to the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. We're coming back to this game. I still got the Bucks in 6. What you got? You still cool with 6?
Yeah, I'm still good with 6. Yeah. Yeah, I think Milwaukee will get one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you said, anything can happen in game 7. I mean, even if it went to game 7, I would still have Milwaukee, but yeah, I think they'll win the next 2.
Okay. Let me ask you this. We already know the Warriors are going to be there. When it comes to the finals, would you even bring KD in? I want to bring KD in until we lose one game.
No. If he's healthy and ready to go.
Oh, okay.
I will bring him in because now if I don't bring him in and he's healthy and ready to go and we lose, now it may feel like some type of pressure on him that, okay, now that this the game we supposed to win because you playing now.
Right.
So I wouldn't put that out there like that. If he's healthy and ready to go, then he plays.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you think about DeMarcus Cousins?
Same thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's ready to go.
All right. Cool. Right.
Yeah.
You got to be 100%. You got to be 95 to 100% healthy.
Right.
Don't give me no 80, 85. No,
right.
I got to make sure
you're going to mess us up. You're going to mess us up.
Right. Okay, cool. All right. Unless you got anything else, bro, we can close shop. We good?
No, we're good.
All right, cool. The crew here at Get With It Sports want to thank you for taking the time to watch the 2 Cents Popular Sports Podcast. Once again, while you're here, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can be alerted to all the new episodes we have here at the Get With It Sports 2 YouTube channel. You can find us on Twitter, me, Get With It Sports, my partner in crime here, Brandon, LEB412. Read our posts on our blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram at Get With It Sports. Contact us via email at getwithitsports2, that's number 2, at gmail.com. Shout out to the Urban Arena affiliates, Team Boy TV with Big Q, JB, Vernie B, and AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser with Diego Bristokoff, the Black Dominican Russian, and Uncle Hate, 6 foot and under post-up champ. The Marina crew can give you what you need every week for your sports fix while you are on the go. Once again, I'm your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. Be good, be safe, get with it. Peace.